Hey guys, Toxi here, and welcome to ToxiUI Patch 6.8.0, the official patch for the War Within launch. The patch includes a couple of new features, some bug fixes, a lot of documentation, some settings refactoring, and overall maintenance in preparation for a smooth War Within experience. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into it. First new feature on our list is adding Narcissus, I don't know how to pronounce it, macro to Wunderbar's macro menu. So if I enable the macro menu's character info, you can see that we have a right click, toggle Narcissus, and of course you need this add-on to be enabled to access the right click, so I actually need to enable it myself. So as I said, if you right click the character info in macro menu, it opens the Narcissus character frame. You can see your item stats and everything else. And the next new feature that I just finished doing like 5 minutes ago is adding some colors to the War Within currencies in Wunderbar. So if I hover the currency module, you can see that the crests, the valor stones, and the coffer key are colored. The crests are colored the same way items are, so they're going from uncommon, the green color, all the way up to legendary orange, and this way you should be able to easier identify the tier of the crest, because remembering their names is, no one wants to do that. Then for the bug fixes, a couple of Wunderboard fixes and the changelog. So in the changelog you can see we have icons again. I don't know when they disappeared, but they did, so I brought them back. And then we fixed the Wunderbot chat button in the micro menu. So now if you open it, you can see the, the chat channel frame, I guess it's called. And then we've also fixed a very rare and annoying bug where if you have a calendar invite, the whole Wunderbar simply breaks. So yeah, that should not be happening anymore. For the profile updates, we have a couple changes, and first I'd like to remind everyone that if you want the profile updates applied to you, you have to run the installer of ToxiUI and apply certain parts for. So for the details changes, you have to run the installer and apply the details profile, and then for regular LVUI changes, you have to run the installer and set up the layout. So for LVUI changes, you have to pick either vertical or horizontal, and for details, you have to pick, either one of those. And the same goes for plate or big wigs, whatever. So just a reminder, because everyone keeps asking, I keep answering the same question, and they still keep asking it. So I hope this resolves it. And back to the updates themselves, we have increased the details tooltip font size. For some reason it was extremely tiny, now it's back to readable again. And we have repositioned the queue status button, also known as the LFGI, and fixed its fonts. So if I queue up, you can see the icon is nicely in the corner and it's using the ToxiUI font. Now on to the documentation changes. These are changes that do not require a reinstall. They're all internal code changes. So firstly, we've added Dornagal portals to Wunderbar, so mages can now easily, get back to the city after they're done adventuring. Then we've changed the armory quality string to require the War Within achievements. So as you can see, right now, I still have like some green items, so I don't have the superior achievement, therefore my item level is green. Once I replace this cloak with an actual blue item from the War Within, I'll get the achievement and my item level will turn to a nice blue gradient, and the same later on for the epic color. Then a maintenance update, so we've updated the default tracked currencies in Wunderbar, and you can see them here. Basically we're tracking valor stones, all of the crests, and the coffer keys. And then back again to the armory. I guess I could have put this in here, but I don't make these at the same time, I keep adding to them. So you may notice that the armory now shows add 2 sockets and add 1 socket to the ring slots. So we've updated this. Rings can now have up to 2 sockets maximum added, and necklace the same. Previously in Dragonflight you could have added 3 sockets to your neck. Now it's 2 across all the slots, so you can have up to 6 sockets added manually. We have also updated the missing text, so now instead of missing, it's actually telling you what the fuck you're missing. So in this case, my pants require an enchant, and my rings and necklace require sockets. And you might see that I have these enchanted, but I think that sockets are a bit higher priority. Well, they're easier to forget, I guess. So if you don't have sockets, we're always gonna show this message. If you have sockets but you don't have an enchant, then we're gonna show you that you're missing an enchant and you should add it. And we've also updated the slots that require enchants, so we no longer have the Emergisil enchant on the head, so it's no longer showing missing. And lastly, we've updated the minimum required LVY version to 13.76 like always. Please update your add-ons, because otherwise you'll have bugs. And now to the settings refactoring. The first change on our list is you are now able to match any part of the string with the ToxiUI split tag. So just to remind you again, if we go to available tags and select ToxiUI names, here you can see we have a bunch of different name categories. So in this case, I'm interested in split abbreviation and split. So I've showcased this previously in another video, but basically here you can see that my name is split in half. It has Toxi in white and Rage in my class color. And that is because if I look at my custom text of the name, I have the split tag with the Toxi argument in the brackets. That means that on every single character it checks the name. If it has Toxi in the name, then it's going to be, white. Otherwise it's class color. If it doesn't find a string match, it's just gonna split the name in half and display the same result. So what the change basically does right now, you were able only to match the beginning of the string. So if I type in TO, you can see only 2 letters get matched. But now you can match any part of the string. So if I type in XY, you can see that only those 2 letters get matched. And you can do the same as like end of the name. So yeah, this gives you more freedom, and it's not case sensitive, and it also works with special characters. So yeah, if you find any bugs, let me know. Next, we've removed the first time scale increase from the ToxiUI installer. So previously, when you were first time installing ToxiUI, we would scale the installer up because the fonts are quite small, but this causes issues on smaller screens, so we just decided to get rid of it. Nobody reads that text anyways, and that disappoints me. Then we have made some changes to the Wunderbar settings. So first thing, we have increased the width of the dropdowns, so now it's easier to see what you're selecting. And we've also added icons to the module settings. This should make it easier to, recognize the settings. And if you change your LVY general font, those icons won't appear because they are part of the font. And lastly, for the settings refactoring, we have updated the ToxiUI status report window. So if I open it up, you can see that the main section is wider. Now you can see all the information, you can see the scale, nothing gets truncated. And secondly, we've added more add-ons to this, add-on section. So we've added Warp Deplete, OmniCD, also Bug Sack and Bug Grabber. So troubleshooting now should be easier. For development improvements, the list is quite short. We've improved the functions that require a Blizzard add-on loaded. So to be more specific, this solves an issue with using OP. And we're also using the updated Blizzard API to toggle proficiency in Wunderbar. So now with Trade Skill Master, you should not be having any issues. And it should just open the TSM window instead of the default Blizzard one. And that is it for ToxiUI Patch 6.8.0. Hope you're having a nice War Within launch experience. If you have any issues whatsoever, please open a ticket on GitHub, or even better, join Discord for support, because providing support and answers and whatnot to you in the comments is a very painful process in case I need to know troubleshoot with you, have instant response, send images, whatever. Please, yeah, just join Discord. Don't use YouTube comments for support, please. Thank you.